Hello and welcome to SCR, or Stepford County Railway. I'm the Scottish Lord, and today I'm going to be showing off the brand new features in the 1.3 update. I'm going to be talking about features that are going to be coming up over the next sort of year. But before I do all that, I'm going to ask you to smash like, I'm going to ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell and to join my Discord server, and to which the link's on the screen now, because apparently it gets me more subscribers. I don't know why, but apparently it does. So if you could do that, that'd be lovely. Right, so let's get into this. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the brand new features in the 1.3 update, starting off with the brand new next generation trains, which are the Class 158 and the Class 508. The 158 being for Connect and the 508 being for Waterline. Now, these are next generation because these trains not only have interiors, but for the first time we've got opening doors. This is the brand new beginning to the trains in SCR. Eventually all the trains are going to be like this. These are just the initial few, and I personally am really excited for these, simply because we've never had an interior train before. We've never had opening doors before, and it's not just that. They're incredibly detailed. I should know, I've been on quite a few 158s. I live in Scotland. I'm on the East Coast Main Line actually, and the station that I'm at only gets serviced.
This train is now
Only gets services from LNER and ScotRail, and occasionally the cross country. So we only ever get Voyagers. We get Class 43s. 170s and 158s, and an occasional 156 that comes in the evening. And this is a great opportunity to show you the opening doors. I mean, look at that. And we get these, the door indicators. Sorry, interlock indicators, get the proper terminology. Which basically show that, well, the doors are open or the doors are closed. As you can see, they turn off when all the doors are closed. Now, I must stress, the interiors are not just for aesthetics. If you're a passenger, you can ride in these. You can walk up and down them, except not when the train's moving.
The next
it's only when the train's at a full stop you can walk up and down them, but you get automatically teleported to a seat when the train starts to go into motion. And as I said, these are very accurate, and they contain these welcome on board boards, which I'll be talking about later as part of the somewhat second section to the video. But another thing that's new with these trains is cabs. We get these very new cabs, because before we just got hopefully I have thrown the clip in there, but we just got that, nothing else. But now we get these, and this is, oh, it's just amazing, you know. So that is the that's a 158.
This is a Connect.
Now I'm going to move on to the Waterline service, the 508. So the 508, as you can see here in its lovely Waterline livery, is compatible with all the routes. I don't know why that I had to say that, because that should be pretty obvious. And then I was about to say they're pretty much the same as the 158, but they're completely not. They're same in the aspect that they've got the full interior, which might say looks absolutely smashing, but they also have the same sort of cab control. That's it. Also, one thing I'm noting here is that the 508 is actually a lot laggier than the 158. So
This train is now approaching.
take with that information what
green.
you will. But on the whole, this is a 3-car train. I forgot to mention the 158 comes in 2-car and 3-car variants. But this is only in a 3-car variant. And like its next generation sister, it has the interlock lights, indicators even, and it has its opening doors.
Calling it green slate only.
Its interior.
This train has 3 coaches.
It really has a lot of the same features. However, one thing I have noted is that when you stop, there is no door sound. You don't get any sound of the doors when they open, which I find interesting. Having never been on a 508 in my life, I don't know if that's something they actually do or something they forgot to put in. They have the sound for when it closes, but not for when it opens. And there's a slight delay as well in the interlock lights going off once you've left. And another thing to note about this and the 158 is that the 158 can only get up to 90 miles an hour, and this can only get up to 75. So they're starting to introduce the realistic speed limits, because I believe that it's 75 miles an hour real speed limit for 508. And again, we've got these welcome onboard boards that I'll talk about later. Another lovely touch about these is the exteriors, namely the exterior buttons. Oh, brake. Yeah, that's another thing. They're really easy to brake these. Not as in to brake B-R-E-A-K, but to brake B-R-A-K-E. But I just find, like, the little touches, like the door opening buttons, like they're a really nice touch. I mean, they're just really nice. Oh, could have judged that a bit better. Probably should judge it better for next time. As you can see, it's reliable. They just don't make noise.
Here.
It's weird.
All change, please.
I don't think they're meant to be like that, but in case that's a feature, good job. So another feature in the 1.3 update, I'm just driving between Benton and Croxley right now, are brand new signs that have been brought in. I say brought in, I don't entirely think that's the right term because they've not been brought in from anywhere. But those are going to be shown soon. Anyway, these actually have a new feature, which hasn't really got a name yet, but I'm calling it Speed Derail Guarantee System, or SDRS,
and Stepford Central.
Because
This train has 2
I like
coaches.
making up my own terms.
This is
And basically, on these next generation trains, it makes it more likely, if you're going above the speed limit, that you're going to derail. Which really actually had some consequence to speeding now. Because you didn't really derail if you went too fast. Like, there was one section up St. Helens Bridge that you would. By the way, there aren't many sections that you can derail in the old trains. However, in these new trains, they're much more easy to derail. And here comes these signs, these brand new signs. Warning, warning you before you get to a 45 from a 100 that you're going into a 45. That's just great. I mean, a yellow triangle that tells you what speeds you're going to have to go at for the next two. I
This
think that's
train
genius.
is
Should have been
now
added ages ago.
approaching.
There's a few other places that's been added, and I think they're really good. Also, there's been a few positioning of signals and speed limits that have been changed. I think around Stepford East, it's been altered a bit. Around the Whitefield branch. But apart from that, not
This is
much else has been
loading.
added in this update. Which brings me on to the second part of this video, which is the future of SCR. Recently, a roadmap has been put up on the SCR Discord, and that roadmap basically shows what they want to
This is the
achieve
Connect train
within the next
to Stepford Central.
sort of year. They've
The
got
next station
plans up
is
to next
Angel
March,
Pass.
so I'm going to have a run through them, and I'm going to say what I think about them, because some of them, in fact a lot of them, I'm really excited for. So the first one is the
This
second
train is
quarter,
now
because we've been through the
approaching.
first quarter.
Angel Pass.
Is between April and June. They've done the 158 and the 508,
Service to Stepford Central.
but next what they want to do
St. Helens
is
Bridge,
bring in
Stepford
the
East,
next
and
generation
Stepford Central.
185
This train has 2 coaches.
for Airlink. Now,
This is Angel Pass.
well, first off, I really like the fact that they're going to be changing the entire fleet, because that's one thing I do believe they are going to be doing, and that is changing the entirety of SCR to these next generation trains, phasing out all the paper ones. But what my worry is, the game is very good for people
This
with
is a
my
Connect train
stature of
to
computer,
Stepford
and
Central.
better,
The next
because
station
I've
is
got a somewhat
St. Helens
decent
Bridge.
computer. It's not a potato, and it's got an alright internet connection. However, you can see that it does lag on some bits. Like the 508, it really lags for me. Like, it's a lot more laggy than the 158. And what I worry about is the double 185 on Airlink. The fact that it will be a 6-car train, that's if they allow it to be a 6-car train, which I think they will, that's going to cause a lot of lag, and I don't know how accessible that's going to be. And that's what
This train is now
somewhat
approaching.
worries me about
St. Helens
these
Bridge.
next generation trains. I mean, they're great, I love them, but lag factor, they've been trying to combat lag.
Stepford Central.
We're
This
just going to
train
have to
has
see
2
how it goes.
coaches.
So after that, we've got concourse information boards, something that we've been asking for quite a while, and we're going to be getting them, which I'm really happy about. I'll be glad to see
This
those
is
come in. So it's basically
St.
like
Helens Bridge.
I'll bring up a picture of Edinburgh Waverley, most likely, and I think that's what they mean by the concourse information boards. Basically shows every platform and what train's going to be coming in, where it's going, blah blah blah. Going to be introducing a Faraday Road Station Platform 3, which will be good. And they want to bring in a global station
This
billboard
is a Connect
system.
train to
Now
Stepford Central.
this is what I'm excited
The
about. This
next
is what I'm
station is
really going about.
Stepford East.
If they bring in a global station billboard system, or a GSBS for short, that means we're going to have the ability to have first, second and third trains, which I've really wanted to see, because the system is great as it is, but it could just be made that little bit better by having 5 second and 5 trains on the on the Desti boards, on the CISs. I call them CISs, Customer Information Systems boards, whatever you want to call them. But that's what that means, at least to me. After that, toggle train HUD visibility, which will be great. We'll get
This
like
train is
proper
now
good
approaching
screenshots.
Stepford East.
Looking forward to that. And that brings us to the end of June. Oh, here's one of the speed limits that has been introduced, 45, going through Stepford East.
Stepford Connect
So
service
between July and September
calling at Stepford Central
is
only.
when
This train
a
has
lot
2
of
coaches.
things are going to be coming. Well, roughly going to be coming. And I've missed the car. Wonderful.
This is
We're going to be getting
Stepford
double
East.
yellow signals, so the whole signalling system's going to have a reshift, which I don't know how that's going to work for signallers, but hey, we're going to find out. We're going to have trainee signaller training servers, which will be interesting. I'm not a signaller myself. I've applied to become a signaller at time of recording, but we're just going to have to see where it goes with my application. But I don't know how that's going to work. There'll probably be another button for a double yellow and a single yellow. And then there's the shift
This is a Connect
servo. There must
train
be something
to
about that.
Stepford Central.
It's similar to the training
The next
servos, but it's going to
station
be
is
for
Stepford
shifts.
Central.
It's a thing that has been introduced in SCR with HRs, I believe. I'm not too familiar with those myself, but they exist and they happen, so I bet that's exciting. Now, these last two is what I'm excited about, and that is the further Connect extension and the Express line. Express has been confirmed, basically, here, and I'm really looking forward to getting Express in. It's a line that has been teased quite a while ago, and I look forward to being able to drive it. Brand new line. The Connect extension, I'm somewhat. It all depends, really. For me, like we've got another Connect extension already. We've got Whitefield.
This train
I
is
feel
now
like Waterline really
Stepford
deserves a bit more
Central.
attention than it's getting.
This
But
train terminates
what can you do?
here.
yeah, we're
All
going to be
change, please.
getting OHLE or overhead line equipment, basically electrification. What we saw coming into Stepford Central just now, we're going to be getting overhead wires,
Terminates here. This train is the
which
service
I
from
look forward to. I just hope they don't lag the sci-fi. Like a lot of things that are negative for me are just lag. Like I really hope things don't lag the servers. Yeah. Now the next one applies to dispatches, which is CDRA dispatching, which I believe stands
This
for
is
closed
Stepford
doors right
Central.
away.
This train terminates here. All change,
I'm
please.
not. It might be that there's a TRTS, and you tell them to close the doors, and then it's right away once you get the approval to dispatch the train. But I don't know. That's
for the 1709
that's a thing that's
Stepford Connect
not
service
really
to
been
Port
said
Benton,
about.
calling at Stepford East, St
So-
Helens Bridge,
Oh, another
Angel
thing about
Pass,
the OHLE
Coxley, Benton, and
is
Port Benton.
the fact that
This train
they'll
has 2
be
coaches.
able to introduce working pantographs, which must be raised before your train can move, which will be very interesting. I'm just noticing that there's wee descriptions underneath now. I feel a bit stupid. Change routes at terminals. I think I mentioned that we'll finally be able to change our routes when we get to the end of a line, like what I've just done there, because at the moment we can only go back to Port Benton, but we'll be able to change our route at terminals, which will be great. Public advertising system. This is still June to September, by the way. That's my mistake for going too fast. And players will be able to buy a time frame of advertising in exchange for some game points, which is actually really, really good, because at the moment there's a load of advertising boards that just really aren't used. So yeah, I look forward to
This
that.
is a Connect train to
Subscribe to the Scottish Lords.
Port
That will be a great
Benton.
advertisement.
The next station is Stepford East.
So where were we? Yeah, we were on to October to December Q4. So I got overhead line equipment, CDRA. Manual driver announcements. That'll be good. We'll be able to manually trigger announcements from a preset list, which will be more immersive for passengers. Which I assume. Now I think because of the suggestions that you can get, that you can have a look at for SCR on the Bandtech Systems website, I was having a look through a few of the approved ones, and one's saying about recommendations for the boards in the next generation trains. They have a plan for them. So I think these boards in the next generation
train is
trains
now
are going
approaching
to be
Stepford
realistic
East.
to actual trains, and they're going to tell you where you're going, what the next station is, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Just thought to clear that up along with the manual driver announcements. Seemed fitting. Then in the fourth quarter, they want to all existing trains to have been replaced with the next generation ones. Which they must have already started building quite a few more. They've just not started testing. I'm guessing that's what's happened here, because they've only built 2, and they're new. They're brand new trains. We've never
This
seen them
is
before. So they
Stepford
must have
East.
already started on existing models. Another thing we've got here is predictive TPWS auto brake. It will be applied if the train is approaching a signal at danger too quickly. It will be designed to prevent SPADs. We're going to have onward connection announcements. I apologise for any background noise. There's currently football going on. Basically onwards connection
This is a Connect
announcements.
train
When
to
arriving at a terminus, train will
Port Benton.
announce to passengers they can change here
The
for
next
certain line
station
services to
is
destinations.
St Helens Bridge.
So that's good. We're going to have a further waterline extension, which I'm really hoping is not going to be the only one, because waterline's an awfully short network route at the moment, and I'd like to see a bit more on that. It's going to be extended beyond James Street in accordance to the long-term network plan. Can't speak. I really can't speak. We're going to have station line maps that are auto-generated. I don't entirely... Hang on, what does it mean? That basically means that auto-generated maps at each station based off of the same way route spawn selection is determined on the spawn GUI, showing the current station and those above and below on the same line. I don't entirely know what that means.
This
But
train is now approaching
I'll go with
St
it,
Helens Bridge.
because yeah, yeah.
And
And we're going to have ambient
this train has
sounds,
2 coaches.
such as the sound of people at busy stations, the sound of trees and birds when close to nature, and other relevant ambient noises. That'll be really good for immersion. I've always felt that there's been something missing, and I think that this is a great time to bring in
This is
the ambient
St
noises.
Helens Bridge.
So that's all between October and December, which leads us on to the first quarter of 2020, which only has 2 items on it, and that is advanced controls, which is going to be the ability to choose between arcade or advanced mode, where throttle and brake are separated, and it's designed to be closer to real life controls, while
This
the
is a Connect
arcade
train
one
to
provides an easier alternative.
Port Benton.
Arcade will
The next
just be
station
what
is
I'm
Angel
using right now.
Pass.
This is arcade, folk. Arcade mode confirmed. And then finally, we're going to have language translation, which basically means they're gonna hope to translate the GUI and some other signs into languages to support the wider international SCR community, which I believe it is very wide. I believe it actually attracts people in from places like Spain, Belgium, France, a few Korean. There was a poll put up on the Discord. I'm just having a look at it
This
now.
train is now approaching.
I have got one eye
Angel Pass.
on the road, on the track even. I mean, the majority are from Britain, but there are a lot of people from Germany. Crikey, that is a lot of people.
14. Stepford connects
But
service to
that
Port
is
Benton,
the sort of game plan at the
Bowden,
moment for
Benton,
SCR.
and Port
It's a
Benton.
lot,
This
but I
train
look
has
forward
two
to it.
coaches.
I really do, because
This is
the way they're going,
Angel Pass.
it's going to be the best train simulator in Roblox to date. The most advanced, the most immersive. I really like the way this is going. This is all Bantech Systems that have posted up this this roadmap. I'm just reading it out, really. But
This
I
is a connect train
really
to
look forward to the
Port
way this
Benton.
is going. I
the next
hope to
station is
keep with it
Bowden.
because it really keeps me interested. It's a game of investment, this, and I am invested. I want to know where it's all going to go from here. Oh, another thing is, again, as I was looking through the suggestions, the open suggestions,
This train is now
these door buttons,
approaching
you're
Bowden.
eventually going to be able to push those if you're a passenger, and open the doors yourself, or close the doors yourself, if the wind's getting in. So yeah, that'll be fun to have. But as I say, really looking forward to this. If anyone from Bantech Systems, I assume that's
This
just
is
Bantech himself, is
Bowden.
watching this, then I really like the way this is going. I have full confidence that it'll be a great game once it's been done with. Once all these things have been implemented. One thing I would suggest is just try and improve lag. Like, improve
This is a connect train
how
to
smooth it runs.
Port
Because at
Benton.
the moment,
the next station is
I'm not gonna lie,
Coxley.
it is a little bit on the laggy side. I mean, I'm getting relatively good frames right now. But just try and improve lag because at the moment it is still a bit laggy. But either way, that's everything, I believe. I hope it's everything, otherwise I've got this severely wrong. That's everything that's going to be happening in the future and everything that's happened in SCR 1.3. If you've enjoyed the video, then be sure to subscribe and hit the like button, and
train
also
is
hit the
now
notification bell
approaching
to make sure you
Coxley.
don't miss an upload. Also join my Discord server where you'll get little sneak peeks of thumbnails that I make in advance of me releasing the video. They are subject to change, so yeah. But it's just a lovely little place that you can talk to other folk, listen to music. Like, it's just nice, really. My Discord server. We've only got 2
This
people
is
at the moment, but
Coxley.
just gonna try and grow it. So, yeah, thank you for watching. You've been a wonderful viewer. Goodbye. And there goes the doors.